Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Take two. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to episode 86B of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And I'm your host, again, Scott Dion Brown. For people who are listening on Spotify or not watching live, we just started the show. And then there was a power outage, and then there was a technical glitch, and then one of our guests' laptops went down, and all of this happened all at the exact same time, as I guess happens sometimes. And we kind of had to, it was just too much to handle, and we decided to start again. And I'm glad you guys have managed to come back. So Night Wolf in the chat, what happened? All of those things happened, Night Wolf. It was crazy. Good morning, Maria Brown. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, Michael Lowney. Welcome back. Hopefully the rest of you guys are able to find it. We're now at a different link, but here we are. Here we are. I'm Scott Dion Brown. I'm your host, as always. Welcome to the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, and I'm joined by the greatest co-host in the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regine Alaina. Again, so sorry for that. No idea what happened. But as I mentioned off the top of the previous episode, there's a heat wave going on in the Greater Toronto area, so I'm going to blame the heat wave for what happened. And it's 2020, so anything that could go wrong will go wrong, and it did.
That's right. It was exactly. It was the year 2020 did it.
We'll just blame 2020.
Sure. You know what? At that point, at this point, I think you're right about that, Regine. We can kind of. It's been quite a year. It's been such a year that it's just another one of those things, you know. Thanks 2020. It's just how it is. Good morning, Les Mackenzie. Welcome back. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, we seem to have everything up and running now. Anyway, welcome everybody. We're here on the show. It's a beautiful day. Let's see, it's a little cloudy actually, but I think it's warm, and like Regine said, it is a heat wave here in the city of Toronto.
I was just outside. Yeah. It's hot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So when the power went down, Regine immediately grabs her phone and dashes outside to connect to data. And so you got to check the weather when you're out there.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, well, you know what, everybody? They've been waiting now for quite a long time because we're about a half hour late. So let's introduce our guests. I've got the bio here. We have 3 members of a great organization called Kids to Kids here today. And Kids to Kids is a not-for-profit organization based in Toronto. The organization was initiated by a small group of children in the entertainment industry with the sole purpose of giving back to the community. Last summer, K2K hosted Runway of Hope fashion show to raise funds to build playgrounds for children battling with life-threatening illnesses in collaboration with $1 Million Smiles. It was a great success, and they raised enough funds for 3 playgrounds. This year, Kids to Kids music and fashion show will be held on the 29th of November 2020 at the Toronto Grand Banquet Hall and Convention Centre. The runway will feature up to 70 child models who are working actors, models, performers, and competitive dancers aged 4 to 18. At Kids to Kids, they pride themselves at being inclusive, and they believe that all children are talented, special, and beautiful. They're an amazing organization. So why don't we say hello to our guests? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Sit Down, Ashley, Zachary, and Rhaya. Hello. There you are.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show, and thank you for being so patient. I promise you, not
Yes.
every episode starts this way.
That's okay. Thanks for putting up with my computer shutting down.
You know what? That's the worst thing about laptops is they feel the need to restart whenever they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, and it's weird that it happened at the exact same time that that Regine's power went out. I almost want to say that they must be related somehow. Something must have happened there that's,
Probably.
that they're related. Yeah. So, guys, welcome to the show. I've introduced you each, by name already, but why don't we just go through and you guys can tell us a bit about yourselves to start things off.
Rhaya, would you like to go first?
Oh, I thought you were going first. Oh, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
My name is Rhaya Klein. I'm 15. I'm from Mississauga. I'm part of Kids to Kids Runaway of Hope. This is my second year of part of it, and I do mainly theater and like community theater and things like that. But I've done a couple like on-screen jobs. I pretty much just look for anything that interests me and that I think would be a fun time to be a part of. But I also like participating in things that have like a meaningful like message behind it, and that's another reason that I love participating in things with Kids to Kids Runway of Hope, because with such a great message behind the organization.
That's awesome.
Cool. And our other guests, we got Zachary and Ashley. Tell us a bit about yourselves.
I'm Ashley. I'm 13 years old. We live in like the Guelph area, and
Yeah, we've also been in Kids to Kids for 2 years. Yeah.
Thanks.
what have I done? Just a lot of little acting TV jobs here and there.
Yeah, her biggest one recently has been Canada's Smartest Person Junior. And she competed on there. And
No big deal. Wow.
Enough about me.
Well, that
Yeah, and I'm 17. I'm also from the Guelph area with Ash, and yeah, my biggest thing would probably be a Yelp commercial that I filmed a few years ago, and it was really fun. We got to go to Montreal to film it. Yeah.
Awesome. So why don't we start by obviously we'll start with Kids to Kids. So where did Kids to Kids come from? Whose idea was it, and how did you guys get it all started?
Well, basically, there were a few parents had this idea to help get kids involved in the community and with volunteering and things, and because it's kids that are working performers, dancers, models, and things. A portion of them were working towards a fashion show in Toronto, and they realized that they had to pay about $1,000 to register and to be in the show, and then also parents, if they wanted to see, would have to pay lots of money towards tickets and things. So some people thought that if we put together a fashion show, we make it by donation for these kids to go into, then we can put the money towards different non-profit organizations and charities. So that's how Kids to Kids came about. Lots of kids were going to walk where we walked in the runway, and all of the money is going to our partner organizations such as $1 Million Smiles, the Chum Wish for Christmas gifts, and yeah, it's been really good.
So we had a lot
Awesome.
of nice people helping us out. Everyone that worked for us were volunteering. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so, and what are each of your individual roles in the organization? So do you guys have different? Do you all take on the same responsibilities, or what do you each bring to it?
Well, as a registered nonprofit, there's a lot of adult organization and help. Just because of the size of it as well, there are lots of moving parts and pieces. For the kids, we walked in the runway last year. We also do a lot of the volunteering events as well.
Another big thing, though, is that the main adults who do organize and help us put on the runway show, they also they're also always open to our ideas. So if we have any ideas, we're allowed to contribute them, which I think is really cool, because then if we want to have a bigger part in organizing and running the whole the show as a whole, we have that opportunity.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I know you guys, so the first thing you did was when you built the playgrounds for the kids. So you guys were actually like out there like building these things? Like how did that go? What was that like?
It was really nice. We got a big group of our Kids to Kids members and some volunteers from $1 Million Smiles, and we all came together and built the playground for the child, and it was really nice.
Out of the money that we've raised, like we raised enough to do 3 playground builds, but because of COVID and because of all these kids are they're high risk, and we can't go to their houses to build the playgrounds for them. So far we've only been able to build 1 out of the 3 of the playgrounds that we are supposed to be building, but we're really looking forward to being able to build those other 2, because it was a really good experience.
In June, we decided that we still wanted to do something with the money that we raised for this kid. So we took the money from one of the playgrounds and we did a car parade, and we were able to, I think 8 families?
Yep, 8 families.
8 families, yeah.
It was really nice. We all stayed in our car and we drove around the Toronto area, and it was a really good experience.
Yep, so that was in June, and we're hoping to do 1 more by the end of this month.
And with the car parades, even like we're not even just affecting the $1 Million Smiles families that we're visiting. We went all around Mississauga and Milton, I think it was. And when we went all over, we were also putting smiles on just random passerbys' faces, because we had all of our cars were decorated. So that was a really cool experience, as well as not only, because it's such a tough time, it's not only bringing smiles to the faces of families who are in need, it just, we get to help and bring joy to everyone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think everybody could use a reason to smile right now with these difficult times that we're going through. So that's really, really cool, guys. I like what you're doing. What was I going to ask? Oh yeah, well, speaking of COVID, because of obviously what we're going through, how has it been for you guys? I guess obviously schools got all changed up now. You had to do everything online. So what are some things that you guys had to do to adapt to this new reality that we're living through?
There's a lot of work going on in the industry online now. I had a Skype interview kind of thing that was recorded and streamed a few months ago. Ash has had a lot of filming things just from home and doing work. It's been really good. Well, for what we've been put into, we're reacting well, I think.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a little bit of a time off. I know that probably Rhaya too. We're all usually really busy with school and other activities and acting and other stuff in the industry. So it's kind of nice to have a break. A little longer than I would have liked, but still kind of nice.
Yeah, it is a nice break. I think for me, at least, it came at a very unfortunate time, because right after the quarantine was, it was only supposed to be about 2 weeks in the beginning, and then right after that, I was supposed to be in a show. I was supposed to be a part of the ensemble in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the Meadowvale Theatre, and that got canceled. We still don't know, because it's so crazy right now, we still don't know when the next dates are going to be. So as much as the break was nice, right now I'm really missing getting back to like the swing of things. And even though busy is a blessing sometimes, where you have things going on.
Yeah, it's like recently I forgot, like, I bought tickets to I was going to see Les Miserables, that musical, and I was going to see, there's a couple others that I was like, that were spread out over several months, and I forgot to take those out of my calendar. So like my phone would ring and I would be like, today you're seeing Les Mis, and I'm like, Oh, I was supposed to see that today, but yeah, it's
that's
you
the
know,
annoying thing.
yeah, it's just like everything. We're all in a weird state of that's like we're kind of waiting and hoping things will open up, but we don't know when they will, and because it's all dependent on a lot of things, right? We don't really know. We're waiting for those numbers to go down and for the curve to be flattened and all that stuff. So how have you guys found? Do you like the new schooling? How it's online through the internet, or would you prefer? Are you looking forward to going back to how it used to be?
Well, Ash and I were both supposed to graduate this year. Her from grade 8 and I'm from grade 12. So we missed our graduations. I know for me personally, I was wrapped up in April. So there's been no school, no nothing for a while now. Ash has been off school for a bit too. Her school had a little bit of a graduation ceremony where one kid at a time could come in and take pictures
that's awesome.
with stage apart from each other.
It was kind of nice. I'm doing a little bit of online schooling. It was actually pretty nice. I'm doing civics and careers for high school, and I can get credit this summer instead of in class next year.
Awesome. That's a good two courses to take because they're very short. So that's perfect. So smart.
For me, I'm in grade 10, so it was a very ideal year to have this really big break because other than my OSSLT, I didn't really miss anything. Like, it wasn't really a transition year for me or like a big year for my grades. So it was a really convenient year for me at least, but I still really do miss being back at school. Even though school, like the actual like physically being there can have its disadvantages, I really miss being around more people than, as much as I love my family, I miss being around more people than just them. But also, I'm also going to be doing summer school. I'm taking grade 11 functions online.
Wow.
So I'm excited to see how that will pan out because that starts tomorrow. But again, online school, I don't think it's my thing.
Yeah, the social aspect is the big thing. I mean, you get used to. I used to love seeing my friends every day, and you have lunch together, and I don't know, go to the mall or whatever, any just that sort of stuff that just becomes your everyday routine. Yeah, that's the tough part. But it sounds like you guys have adapted pretty well. That's good. Dana Artsy, hi, welcome to the stream, Dana. Hi. This is our weekly talk show, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. M. Resern, hello, welcome to the stream, watching on DLive. How's it going? Ashley, I wanted to ask you about what it was like being on Canada's Smartest Person. I actually watched some of those episodes when it was airing. I didn't see the whole thing, but I would love to hear what was that experience like?
It was a really fun experience. Every kid was really nice, and it was fun to make friends, but it was also a competitive show. So it was really nice to compete on the show, but then after we can go be friends at the hotel or go out for dinner, and I'm still contacting with these kids every day. It's really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those big puzzles that you guys had to do, they look really cool. Was it fun to go through that stuff? Like, did they give you any hint of like what you were going to be doing beforehand, or like when you saw the puzzles appear, like are you seeing it the first time we see it, or how did they set it up? Or if you're allowed to say, I don't know how much you're allowed to say, but yeah.
They didn't tell us what we would be doing because it wouldn't be really fair. It wouldn't be like realistic. But if there was a puzzle that we maybe would look at it and we wouldn't understand how it worked, they'd bring out like a mini model, but it's not painted or anything, so it's made of styrofoam, and they're like, this is what you do. But we're not allowed to touch it because then we'd have practice.
Yeah.
I see.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's So, and how did they shoot that? Because I can't remember how they aired it. Was it aired every week? And did they? Because it wasn't. I don't think it was live. We saw it. So, like, how long were you there? Like, in terms of the entire filming, how much time did it take for you when you were there?
It took 20 days. We filmed every episode in about a day and a half of work.
Wow.
because they were quite long.
Yeah. So you guys were in a hotel for 20 days?
In Toronto, it's actually really nice.
That was my favorite part.
We like the food.
It was really cool that they had the live audiences, so my family and I got to sit in the audience and watch a lot of the episodes, and it was really
That's awesome.
interesting seeing all the kids go through the puzzles just right there. And yeah.
That's amazing.
It was cool to watch. I mean, it's a kind of show where you're watching it and you're imagining yourself doing it, like, oh, can I do that puzzle? Oh, that looks hard. I don't know if I could do that. And I'm like, well, I mean, and I'm also like, I'm trying
If they
to
could do
compete with,
it.
like, the kids. Well, that's the thing. It's like the kids are younger than me. Like, maybe I can do that. And then sometimes I'll see something like, I don't know if I could do that, but they're doing it, and it was very, it's very cool. What was involved in getting on that show? Like, was there a big? Did you have to submit? How did you get how did you get chosen?
There was they had an open casting call on their CBC website, and then we got contacted through Skype, and we had to do a few actually like testing sessions to see if I was
Are you actually smart?
And then,
That's really cool. Okay, I wanted to also ask. We're just going to go through each of you, but I wanted to hear Zachary. I know you were in the Yop commercial, so how did that go? What was that about?
It was actually focused on volunteering, and I have done a lot of volunteering in the Guelph community before I got involved with Kids to Kids. And yeah, basically there was a call out, and I made contact with them and was selected, and they flew my mom and I out to Montreal, and they filmed it there in a day, and then we stayed overnight in the hotel, and then they flew us back. So it was a pretty cool experience just getting to go there and back and to do a day of work. And yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Do you like the yogurt?
Oh, yeah, good question. I don't think you could say.
I went to pick Ash up from school one day, and I got a full 12-pack of it from the store, and by the time we got home, there was about 4 left, so I think
Wow. Yes. That's awesome.
So what did you actually have to do in the commercial? What was actually involved?
There was some. Well, I work with one of the soup kitchens in the Guelph area, so they had gotten permission to use their logo and everything. So they had a set up where I was just there working, and they also did some recording audio, like of me speaking and things like that. So yeah, it was lots of smiling. And yeah, it was really, really fun, and it was cool to see all the setup and the equipment kind of just for me. And yeah.
Cool. Did they make you do like 1 million takes of everything? I remember when I did a commercial once, it was like they would be like, if I had to hold this cup, they would go, okay, Scott, so lift the cup. And I'd be like, okay. And they're like, okay, do another one now, smile more and lift the cup faster. Okay, do another one now, smile a bit less and lift the cup slower. Did they make you do a lot of that? Was it over and over and over again, or was it pretty quick?
There's probably only one of those, and it was a shot. I don't know if they ever use it, but there was a shot where I was sitting here smiling, and the camera basically was on track, and it zoomed towards my face, and I just had to like hold the smile, and we had to do that one a few times. It was, I think I kept flinching when the camera flew at my face, but yeah, it worked in the end.
Yeah, that's a natural reaction. You probably have to get used to that's not going to hit me, right? It's coming pretty fast towards me. Cool. That's really cool. Well, that's awesome. And that aired nationwide, or is it currently airing now, or is it done now? Can people still see it?
They did it nationwide for over a year, and they contacted me recently if they could use some different parts that we built. Just because, yeah, they're looking to extend it and make more.
Wow.
So I guess you might see.
Cool. All right. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody, for you might see Zachary some more in that Yop commercial. And now I want to talk to Rhaya. I know you had your you were featured on CTV News recently for your sidewalk art. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was. So what happened was my sister and I, we went out and we were drawing pictures with chalk on the sidewalks around our house. As well as doing like performing arts, I do quite a bit of visual arts and like painting and such. And what happened was I was like drawing on on the driveway one day because as part of my mom made us like a daily schedule type thing as like something that we can follow, just like as a loose thing. It kind of went out the window a bit into quarantine, but like back then we were still following it. And part of it was like we had to go outside for like an hour. And so with my sister and brother, we were just like, okay, what do we do now? So we were drawing with like the bucket of chalk we had. And I saw people online like draw like Disney characters and such with the chalk. So I started doing that. And I was like, let's do this on the sidewalk because that could be fun. And I think other people would like to see them. And so we went out and I put my art Instagram underneath all my drawings. And then people started like contacting me and asking if they could request other characters. And so it became where every day my sister and I would go out and we would go draw the requested characters. And after a while it got so big that people started like bringing chalk to us.
Wow.
So we started with like a sand, like the sand bucket, like when you go to the beach, it's like about yay high, yay big. And that was what we started with, and now we have our wagon, that is completely basically filled with chalk.
Wow.
From everyone, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, so CTV had their Toronto Together segment, and they kind of recognized us. And so I think someone in the community actually sent our story into them. And
That's
also
amazing.
into the Mississauga News, which was kind of crazy, and it kind of snowballed from there.
That's
so
awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Are you still doing that now? So are people are you still creating new artwork and people are still requesting things?
It kind of has died down. It got really hot, and it was really hard to stay outside for as long as we were doing before. Because there was a period of time where we were doing 6 drawings per day, and each drawing takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Mm-hmm. And that was a lot of time to stay outside. And also we were in shorts and sitting on the pavement, which made our legs hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stopped after a while, but if someone wanted us to do it, we wouldn't be opposed to going. We've done like birthday messages for people. Like we're not opposed to going out and doing it again. It just might not be the first thing that we do if we have some free time.
Can you draw Scott and I?
Sure. We can try. I'm not great at drawing people, but we can try.
You can characterize us. Caricaturize.
Yeah, that's right.
Turn us into cartoon characters.
That's really, really neat, though. So you, it started just for fun, and then it just started to blow up. That's a lot. If you were doing that many per day, so it almost became like a full-time job or something at the amount of stuff you're putting out. So yeah, I can see that would be difficult when it starts to get really hot.
You're only supposed to be out for an hour.
Yeah, it got to the point where right after we were supposed to go outside, we were supposed to do some chores, and it got to the point where we just skipped the chore time and continued to stay outside instead.
Sorry, Mom, you told me to go outside.
Yep. Well, that's pretty cool. So. And so are the other ones that you've done, the older ones, are they all still on Instagram if people wanted to see them?
Yeah, they're all there. They're not on my, I have two accounts. One is for my I call it my professional account. Like it's more my personal account. And then my other one's just for my art.
Cool. Do you want to let people know where your art one is or just or the one that we have there?
Oh yeah, my art account is Rhaya, RHAYA.art.
Oh, okay, Rhaya.art.
There you go.
Okay, after the episode, I will add that to the description as well. So you can see it down below, Rhaya.art. And a few new people have shown up in the stream. Pugsley, hello, what's going on? How are you? Dana Artsy, I already said hi, but hello again. Julio232 says, hello, mate. Scott, do you still have that phone? Yes, I do. BlackBerry Q2, that's my phone. Okay. Yes, it is. Nisi Lexi. Regine, were you recently interviewed by Nisi Lexi? I think you were. Did I see that?
I was interviewed by her. We filmed it. It will be coming soon, I believe on the 16th of July. So make sure you guys tune in. Check her YouTube out. It will be there. We do talk a little bit about the sit down. So if you're a fan of ours, you should definitely check it out.
Cool. And Julio232, I sell chalk at that time. Oh, so I guess if you guys need more chalk, apparently Julio's selling some chalk. Everyone. So I guess that's more for Rhaya.
I think she has enough chalk, though.
Yeah. Apparently she has an entire wagon full, yeah.
She has a wagon full.
Awesome. Oh, Regine, I remember you mentioned before the show. So we just announced, I mean, I don't know how much we even have to say about it, but because it's kind of brand new, but so
we didn't announce anything.
Yeah, but Kanye West, was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West yesterday announced that he is running for president. Is that what happened? It is, right?
Yep, he tweeted it. What do you guys think about that?
Did you guys hear about that?
Their faces say it all, actually.
I mean, he
Wait, what?
Yeah,
okay, good.
he tweeted that he's running for president. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had the tweet in front of me. I don't, but I think it's just one tweet. He basically wrote, it was something like, we have to... I'm not even going to try to paraphrase it because I can't remember what it said. But he basically said, I am running for president in 2020. So he is joining. And
Kanye for 2020.
Yeah, and then I did see Elon Musk.
Wasn't that the big joke? That it was like, oh, Kanye's going to run in 2020. And that was something that we never thought would actually happen a couple years ago. And now it actually is Kanye 2020.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been saying it. So I feel like the more you bring it out to the universe, the more it's going to happen. So there you go.
Well, I remember a while back.
You guys seem so shook.
Well, it sounds like I think it just happened. Like I said, I think I saw it late last night. So unless you happen to be looking at Twitter and see somebody who tweeted about it, I guess you wouldn't know. But I do remember a while back, people were saying things like, you know, Kanye will probably run for president in like the future sometime. But I don't know if anybody thought that he was going to throw his hat in the ring like now.
Yeah.
So, all right. So then, if this is fresh news for you guys, what is your thought? What is your reaction to Kanye West running for president?
No.
it seems very to announce it, but we'll see how it all
Anything can happen.
turns out.
American politics confuse me. I don't understand them very well, so it's hard for me to have a good opinion on it. Because I don't know much about it, and yeah. American politics are so different than Canadian politics, where I'm like, as much as I have a brief understanding of Canadian politics, I go to look at like what's going on in the US, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yep. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Okay, fine. So Kanye is running. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Regine. Go ahead.
Okay, so Kanye is running for president. We've had Donald Trump be president. So we're not having all these celebrities claiming, like, wanting to run politics. So here in Canada, out of all of our Canadian celebrities, who would you guys see or want to be prime minister?
Or who would you vote for?
Personally, I think this one right here is a little celebrity of
yes!
her own.
Hey, there you go.
I could do like 2040 or something.
There you go. You all heard it here.
There you go.
Ashley for president, 2040.
Prime minister. Yeah. Okay. There you go. She's officially declaring right now. Right here on the sit down. It's a sit down exclusive report.
Mm-hmm. The campaign starts now.
Yeah. What about you, Rhea? Do you have a Canadian celebrity you think should run for prime minister? Whether you would vote for them or not, who do you think, should run?
I think I'll also vote for Ashley.
Beautiful. All right.
I think Ashley could do it.
It's happening, guys. It's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, we already know she can handle being in the public eye,
Pressure.
and we know she can handle complex things because we saw her in Canada's Smartest Person. She can solve problems. She can get to the bottom of things. All right, it starts now, people. We'll
It's
start
happening.
the campaign. We're starting the campaign.
Yep.
What I'll say with Kanye is, I mean, I don't know. So what I don't know is if he's planning to join the Democratic Party, or if he's running as an independent. Do we know that, Regine? Has he said anything like that or no?
To be honest, I only saw his tweet, and that was all I needed to know.
Yeah, I saw his tweet, and I also saw that Elon Musk responded saying that he's behind him, he's supporting him. So he's at least got one endorsement from Elon Musk. But the thing I don't know.
But can you imagine a Kardashian being? Sorry.
No, continue your. Yeah.
You guys imagine? Can you imagine a Kardashian being the first lady of America? You guys can be honest. I mean.
Well, you know what I'll say. I still remember when Obama was during the the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You know, that big one where all the press was there, and I remember Trump was there, and Obama gave a speech making fun of Trump quite a bit because at that time Trump was asking for the birth certificate and all that stuff. And I remember Obama very clearly said in that speech, he was like, well, one thing is for sure is that Donald Trump will never be president. And everybody laughed and agreed with him then.
There you go.
So I guess we could say crazier things have happened. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, Rhea, like you said, American politics can be it's very different from up here. So who knows? I don't know. I don't have anything to say otherwise than I'm very surprised and also kind of not surprised. So we'll just have to see where it goes. Regine, what do you think of this thing of celebrities getting into politics in general? What do you think? Is it a good thing?
I mean, you see it in the Philippines where there's a few celebrities like Manny Pacquiao saying that he's going to run for president as well. So, I mean, they already have a platform. People know who they are. So I guess they're just using it to their advantage. But I'm not one to follow politics in general. So, hey, if there's a celebrity that I like that's running for prime minister, that's an easier vote. It's like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, I guess
politics confuses me.
What do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea for celebrities to get into politics? Do you think it's a good idea? What do you think?
I'm not sure. Considering the fact, also what you said, if there's a celebrity that's running, you might be inclined to vote for them. I think potentially that if there is a celebrity that is very well known, that people might be more inclined to vote for them without knowing or researching what their ideals are for the government and the country as a whole. So I think it might be a double-edged sword, where the fact that it might increase the voting in a way where, because some people know who they know more about the person who is running, but I also think the other edge is that they might vote for them blindly because I know a lot of people, when you don't really know the people who are running for either prime minister or president or any place of power, you do your research and into what their party's ideals are and into what their ideals are, and I think it could potentially harm us, but it could potentially help us.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You're right, because it's our favorite celebrities, we like them because they played my favorite character in a movie, or they wrote a song that I sing all the time, and because of that we naturally are drawn to them and like them, and we want to see what they're doing. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they would be a good a leader or good in debate or all that stuff.
Ruler.
So it can give you you're right. Double-edged sword is a good way to describe it because it gives them an advantage and it gets them in the public eye and people know who they are, and it does encourage voting. I'm basically repeating what you just said. You're right, and I think I agree with you.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Let's see.
All in all, we're
Yep.
gonna say Ashley for 2020. Wait, Ashley for 2040.
That's right.
That's how we're gonna sum it up.
Well played
Watch out,
says.
guys.
Well played says most celebrities have less life experience, therefore not good. That could be true. I mean, I don't necessarily want to say less
Not
life
all.
experience, but they might have. I mean, it depends on the celebrity. It depends on their individual life experience. But I think I understand his point in that a lot of celebrities will have a very different life experience maybe than from your average person. So it depends. I guess it just depends. I guess you just want to caution people that you shouldn't necessarily just vote for somebody because they're famous. I guess that's probably the lesson to learn. Hopefully people will look at their policies and decide, based on those things more. Perhaps. But this is probably I don't know. We don't usually talk about politics. I don't think this isn't technically politics. We're keeping things
This
fairly
is the
general.
first time we've ever talked. Yeah.
Ma, what are you gonna do? Kanye West threw his
On that
hat
note,
into
we
the
should
ring.
Do the ads. Oh.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah. Kanye West decided to, announce that he's running for president. So it kind of makes sense that we would mention it. It's just another thing to add to the year
It's pop
2020.
culture. Yeah. It's pop culture meets politics. So we had to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Regine, you were saying we should do the ads now. Yes, we should do the ads. I think we probably should. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown was brought to you by some very important people. They make this show possible, everybody, and they are, of course, the following fantastic advertisers. Hey, Regine.
Yes, Scott.
Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Maybe.
Are you buying or selling a home?
Potentially.
Well then, Regine, in that case, Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. So contact him today at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and they change watch batteries, all done on site. And we've got a fantastic deal worked out for them and they've just reopened, right? Because as the COVID-19 restrictions are slowly unveiled or released, whatever I'm trying to say. What do we have with them, Regine?
If you guys go into the store and see Jerry, let him know that Regina and Scott sent you, and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15% off, 15%, ladies and gentlemen. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you. Get yourself something nice. And like I said, Markville Mall has reopened now. Obviously, there are still COVID restrictions. You got to wear a mask and social distance and all that stuff. But you can go
Keep your
in,
distance.
keep your distance, and have the artist himself, Jerry, at Jewelry Forever, create something beautiful for you, custom jewelry, or you can look at some of the beautiful selection of things they've got in store. And it's very easy as well, people, if you would like to advertise on the show, right, Regine?
Yes, it's simple. All you guys have to do is email us. That's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. Get in touch. We do the show live every week, which means you can customize the ads every week. What does that mean? It means, do you have a sale coming up on a specific date? Do you have a specific event coming up on a specific date? Well, you can let us know. We can let your potential client base know. And it's a great way to reach out to a brand new audience. Reach out at radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back. Welcome back to the second half of the sit down with Scott Dion Brown. We're here with members of Kids to Kids. Mike Brown in the chat says, hope the show is going well, not coming in too well in the backyard. It is going quite well. We had a couple technical difficulties off the top, but they were all planned, and we did that on purpose because we do that sometimes. And Nexus is in the chat. Hello, Nexus. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the sit down. We're having a conversation. We're chit-chatting and all that stuff. And we're here with Kids to Kids. Kids to Kids, one thing I did want to ask you guys. I know in your bio, you mentioned that we do have your next event, the music and fashion show coming up. So it's planned for the 29th of November. Is that still for sure going to be the day, or we're still waiting to see with COVID, or what's the story with that and what's going on?
There's still a lot of unknown things. We don't know how COVID's going to turn out, but we're still hoping to happen on. But if something happens, we're going to try to figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
We're expecting about 500 people, considering last year we did have 300 people who were attending. So again, it would be a very large gathering. So it does all depend on how the pandemic, if it slows down, and if we are able to have a large gathering of that size.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
The difficult part is this year to be a sit-down meal, so it might be a little difficult because, of course, if people are eating, they won't have masks on or anything.
Can you do it outside?
We'll see what happens.
I guess it's tough. I guess it's tough because so much is up in the air. So, okay, so let's go like this. If all the restrictions get lifted and you're able to do everything exactly as you want to, what does the event look like? What would people expect when they walk in the door?
There will be a runway, of course. I don't know what's a fashion show. There will be tables. There will be a sit-down dinner, and we're gonna have musicians performing their songs. So before each section of clothing walk, will be their performance. They'll get to do a little bit of singing, and then they'll continue singing while the models keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. And I think you guys talked a bit about it off the top, but so where did the idea come from to put on a fashion show?
We saw our friends on Instagram actually did something, a little fashion show in their local town, and we saw that there was another bigger fashion show that we talked about that people were paying for, and then we realized that a lot of these models, actors, theater kids, they don't need to be trained extensively on how to walk because some of them already have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
We decided that we could do something like this for charity without paying all this money, and we could use the money that these people would pay to go to a big concert.
Very cool. Well, I'm really hoping that everything gets I mean, November's still quite a ways away, so I think a lot can happen in that time. Is it a fashion show? What sort of, is it going to be clothing that's modeled? Are there designers involved, or what are your plans from that?
Yeah, so we're looking at having, I'm not exactly sure how many designers, but it depends on the interest we get and who responds to when we reach out. I think last year we had about 6 or 7 different designers that contributed, and we were all were split up into different sections to fit their what sizes their clothing comes in, and etc. But I think this year we're all, again with last year, we also had the back half of our show. It was a bit different, as in we didn't really do designer clothing, like as in like dresses and suits. We had t-shirts which all had like a positive message on it, and I think we're looking at doing something similar this year, but we're looking at highlighting the inclusivity and like the diversity within all of the models that are participating.
That's exciting.
That sounds very, very cool. If people want to support the event, make donations and all that stuff, where do people go? Where can they find information on that stuff?
We have a website, kids2kidsrunwayofhope.com, and we also have an Instagram that's kids2kidsrunwayofhope.
Cool.
And we've tagged you guys in all of our social media, so you guys can definitely check them out. Make sure you do. Make sure you support them, because these kids are not only smart, but they're also very talented in every aspect. So make sure you support them.
Exactly. Look it up. I wanted to ask, just in general, what drives you guys to do this kind of stuff? Because I mean, a lot of kids spend their time just playing, hanging out with their friends, and that not every kid goes out there and dedicates their time to like volunteer work and helping other people. So what drives you guys to do that sort of thing?
It's volunteer work, so by having the word work in there, I mean, that might put off some people, but it's actually a lot of fun when you get involved. Specifically, the most recent one that we've done is the car parade in June. We went to the 8 houses, and I got air costumes for half of them, and it's Ash. So it's cool being able to like wave out the car in this bear costume and seeing everyone smile and know that you're making other people happy and making a difference in someone's day. And it's really nice. When we went to some houses, you'd see the parents and kids run out to their yards, and people are crying because they're so happy to see us coming to say hi to them. And
volunteering for sure is a really rewarding experience, and I think that's why we enjoy it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, at least for me, is, again, I do theater, and a big part of why I do theater is because I like watching people perform, and it makes me feel good. So being able to have that opportunity to make other people feel good, and continuing that off stage and off performing, like when we're not performing, and being able to give back to our community when our communities are all like, our community rallies together and like they help us put on these shows. So being able to give back to the community is a huge part of why we do this.
That's wonderful. Well, that's really cool, guys, and I think you're setting a really awesome example for other kids who to get involved and just dedicate some time to helping other people. It's really great. Emerald B in the chat says you guys are all stars, and I agree with that statement. You guys are awesome. Jan Jansen Music. Hello, welcome to the stream, Jan Jansen Music. This is our weekly talk show, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, and we're here with kids to kids. So the other thing I want to just ask in general is like, what other things are you guys into in terms of? I know we all got a bunch of extra time on our hands. Do you guys have any hobbies? Do you play video games? Do you paint? Do you knit? I don't know. What do you guys do?
Well, quarantine's a great time to try a bunch of new things. We're actually up at our cottage right now, so we're enjoying the water, and that's really nice to do, especially when it's so hot.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been doing similar. We have our pool, and we spent, especially as you said, the heat wave that's currently going on in the GTA. We've been spending a lot of time in the pool because it's very hot. But I also like to. I've also been painting quite a bit. Like I customize like jean jackets and things like that. So that's what I like to do. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. So what you, because you said you paint, but then you said, Gene, so you paint like on the clothing? Because when you first said you paint, I thought you meant like pictures and like on a canvas, but then I've never, so tell me a bit more about that.
I call myself more of an unconventional artist because the thing that I like painting on the least is traditional canvas. So yeah, a lot of the times I paint on like clothing, like again specifically jean jackets, and I've like painted on rocks and just things such as that, like shoes, like things that are typically unconventional to a typical artist. I like doing.
But that's really awesome. Like I've seen denim jackets that are all bedazzled and painted on, so that's a good thing to start. You should do you sell them?
I do custom orders if people ask me. Recently I did one for a friend. I myself created again, I really like musicals, so I created a jacket for myself that said like Playbill on the back and had I did over 70 different logos of musicals, and so I did a much more concise version of that for someone. So if people ask me, there's a large chance that I'll do it.
That sounds like a Scott jacket right there.
Yeah, what's your favorite musical?
It constantly changes. At the moment, I really like Six and Juliet and The Prom.
Huh. I actually don't think I'm familiar with. I'm not that familiar with any one of those ones. My favorite is Phantom of the Opera. That's mine. But that's so cool.
We all know.
I've talked about it a few times on the show. Oh, did you hear Hamilton is now on Disney Plus? Did you guys hear that? Are you excited about that? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday with my friend.
What'd you think?
Good?
It's very good.
Awesome. I saw it. Oh yeah, sorry, continue.
You answer a question and then you start talking.
Oh, sorry. It's the delay. It's hard to tell when somebody's not speaking anymore. Anyway, sorry. Continue, because there's another delay. Okay.
It's okay. Hamilton. I know there's a huge hype around Hamilton. I had the chance to watch it live in Toronto before the shutdowns happened, but the show is very good. It's like, it's hard to describe because there's so many good elements of the show, and I think it's even better up close, like with the pro shot on Disney Plus. I think there's a lot more that you can see that I missed when I watched it live.
Huh. Actually, you know what? I'm glad you said that because we probably saw the same production. I also saw it in Toronto before. That was the last musical I got to see before the shutdown. We probably saw the same run. But so that was my first time ever seeing it. But I had my seats were really far back. I was almost at the back of the theater. And my problem, I enjoyed it. I wasn't blown away by it, but I enjoyed it. And I think my problem was, though, I was at the back of the theater, so I couldn't see as much of what was going on. And also the audience was super into it. You almost felt like the people who were seeing it were people who already knew the show. So they almost, in anticipation of something that was going to be great, they were already excited. And then it would happen, and because I didn't know it as well, I just feel like I didn't get the right experience. I really was excited to see the Disney Plus version, because then I feel like I can see a more accurate version of what the musical is supposed to be. So you like the Disney Plus version more than seeing it live?
I wouldn't say that I liked it more. I would say that it was a different experience, because live theater is so there's no replacing live theater. But I think by filming the pro shot and putting it on a platform that's much more accessible to everyone, I think that it's just such a different experience of watching it that close, because when you're in person, you have the choice of what you want to watch. If you want to watch what the ensemble is doing, you can do that. But and if you want to watch what the leads are doing, you can do that. But with the pro shot, they do where like they pan and they don't focus on the entire stage. They do where they focus and zoom on certain people. I just think that it's a very different experience of not being. It's just different.
It's different, yeah.
No, that's a really good point. That's a good point. That's true. It's I go to a musical and sometimes
So
I'll see one.
Ashley and Zach,
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna finish the thought. There'll be one chorus dancer over there who is doing this, and I'm just sort of looking at that for a moment. Whereas the film version, you don't necessarily get to choose because the camera chooses for you what you're looking at. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, well anyway, I'll watch Disney Plus version and I'll see what I think. And Regine, you were about to say something.
I was gonna say Zach and Ashley. Are you guys into musicals as well, or is this completely foreign to you both?
I have personally not watched a whole ton of musicals. My favorite was Shrek the musical.
Nice.
A masterpiece. But Ash has taken part in a few junior musicals in Guelph. You did Annie, and she did Aladdin Jr., which was all just little kids, and she seemed to have lots and lots of fun with those.
It's a nice experience. I like watching them because there's so much going on. So I like the fact that you can look anywhere and still like, I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah, it does. So you were in Annie, eh? Who the sun will come out tomorrow? That's Annie, right?
Yes.
I think it is. Who are you in Annie?
it's just ensemble.
Cool. My school did a production of Annie once, and I played. I was the understudy for Rooster, Rooster Hannigan.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a difficult time in my life because it was right in the period when my voice was changing. Yeah, so it was.
So like now.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was something along the lines of, I guess it was grade 9 or 10, and so it's like I started the year with like, right, and then midway through that year, the voice dropped. But when it drops, it doesn't just drop to like your man voice. There's like this transitional.
Continues to.
Yeah. Well, Zachary probably knows what I'm talking about. There's this period where it's just like a little bit of it likes to switch between, and so I just found myself in this position where it was like, if I tried to sing in the higher octave, it was too high for me because my voice wasn't there anymore, but it hadn't really settled into the lower octave either. So there was just it was a very difficult time in my life, and I think that's why I ended up with the understudy part instead of the lead, because I think the teachers were like, we can't have this guy being up there. It's a tough thing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad
That's
your
funny.
production of Annie went well, Ashley. It's good. It's very good. What are your guys' favorite snack?
He's not good at segues, guys. I'm sorry.
I just felt like asking. Do you guys have a go-to snack? Like right now, so say the show's over and you're like, well, I'm done the sit down. I'm going to get a snack before I go watch some TV. What do you grab?
Baguette bites. They're like baguette crisps, so they're like a baguette chopped up and then crispy with sea salt and all of them.
Oh. Wait, what were they? I didn't hear what the name was. What is it?
They're called baguette bites.
Baguette bites.
Baguette bites.
Oh, baguette bites. Okay, I gotcha. Wait. Oh, so that's like they come packaged like they're called. I think I've actually heard of them. Baguette bites. So they come individually
Bites.
packaged, that type of thing.
They come in like a little baggie. Yeah.
Baguette.
I'm gonna have to go.
Okay. Baguette.
Just think like
bites.
style.
Sorry, yeah. What were you saying, Zachary?
Yeah.
There's snacks.
And flavored.
Mm.
Delicious. What about you, Rhea, do you have a go-to snack that you prefer?
It depends what I'm in the mood for. I don't know. I like chips. Like
Yes.
I like plain Ruffles. Those are good. Or like salt and vinegar. Or skinny popcorn. That's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you had Boom Chicka Pop?
Yeah, I have.
Boom
Those are
Chicka
my
Pop.
favorite.
I'm not the biggest fan. I like their
Well-
I like their sweet and salty popcorn though.
The purple or the yellow bag?
I think it's the purple one.
I like the purple one.
Have you guys had OMGs before? OMGs?
Yes.
Like the clusters, right?
Yeah. Those things are
Yeah.
pretty good. Although they're not my go-to snack. You know, my go-to snack
What is
has
your
been,
go-to snack?
you know, my go-to snack lately has been I take a banana, right? And then I take peanut butter and I spread the peanut butter on top of the banana and I take a bite of the banana and then I spread more peanut butter. So I guess my snack is peanut butter and banana, but it's good. I think I have that almost every day, sometimes more than once a day.
You should have shown Zachary's reaction to you saying peanut butter and banana.
Oh, I didn't see. Why? Is it good? Do you guys like peanut butter banana? Does that sound good or does that just sound gross to you guys?
I'm sure it's fine. I just wasn't expecting that to be your go-to snack.
Yeah. I've just it wasn't always my go-to snack, but it's just something I can't even remember why. I tried it and I just love it. I just can't get enough.
Well, I
Peanut
do.
butter and banana.
I
Yeah.
do peanut butter on toast and then put banana on it, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
I used to
yeah.
have wraps with peanut butter, Nutella, and banana. Those were good.
Peanut butter,
Oh.
Nutella, and banana. Yeah, that
And
sounds
banana.
really
Yeah.
good. I like that. Do you guys have a favorite
course
ice cream
you would.
flavor? Do you guys have a favorite ice cream flavor?
Are you hungry?
I haven't eaten yet. Actually, you know what I had? All I had today so far was the peanut butter and banana.
Of course you did.
But I am kind of hungry, yeah. But what? Do you guys have a favorite ice cream flavor?
I like stuff with cookie dough.
Me too.
Yeah. I like that as well. Is that your favorite chocolate chip cookie dough then?
Not chocolate chip cookie. I like Ben and Jerry's, like literally every flavor. Awesome one.
So good.
Yours with the peanut butter, the PB dough. I'm assuming she likes it because my mom came home with one carton the other day and then it disappeared.
Oh,
So I think
my favorite. It's called chocolate milk and
Calling
cookies.
you out.
It's chocolate and vanilla ice cream swirl, and then it has chocolate chip cookie dough, but also baked chunks of cookie.
Wow.
Ooh. That sounds really, really. That sounds pretty amazing.
Now I want ice cream.
Yeah, I might have. I actually have some cookie dough ice cream in the freezer. I might have some of that after. Rhea, do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite is there's this mini golf place near my grandma's house in Niagara, and they have apple pie ice cream, and it is so good.
Wow.
Oh.
That sounds good.
Very good. But I haven't seen it anywhere else besides there. So whenever we go down to visit my grandma, we always go and I get my apple pie ice cream.
Oh my god, that
Awesome.
sounds delicious.
So that's kind of like a specialty,
How
a
about you,
specialty
Zach?
type place. Oh yeah, Zach, do you have a favorite?
Kind of.
my favorite, I think I'll just go with the classic mint chip ice cream. It's good. I love it. So
There you go. Actually, speaking, Rhea, you were talking about those specialty places. Yeah, I remember I had one because you can go to like a specialty place that has flavors you can't get anywhere else. I had one time in the distillery district. They have one called burnt marshmallow flavor, and it's so cool because you eat it and it doesn't just taste like marshmallow. It tastes like burnt marshmallow. Like you can actually taste the burnt. Like, have you guys ever roasted a marshmallow on the fire? Yeah, have you ever roasted a marshmallow on the fire? You know that crispy sound taste that goes with it. They've captured that in the ice cream. I don't know how they do it, but
That sounds delicious.
yeah.
I
Regine,
think
what's
the
your favorite?
place that
No, you go
Sorry.
first, Rhea. You go first.
It's
Oh, I was gonna say, I think the place that the mini putt place gets their ice cream from, I don't think it's a specialty place, but it's a company in the States because it's Niagara, so they're like very close. So I think it's a place in the States, which is why I can't find it anywhere else here.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
So for me, there's this specialty ice cream store. It's a mom and pop shop in Ohio. I know my cousin used to work there. It's called Gypsy Joe's Ice Cream and Donuts. And their ice cream, every time I go to Ohio, no doubt I need to go at least once or twice and get a double scoop. My go-to is chocolate chip cookie dough, as you two, and raspberry cheesecake.
Ooh, raspberry cheesecake. That sounds pretty good.
Or strawberry cheesecake.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
well,
go
that's-
ahead. Gotta love the delay.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing before we, I guess, wrap up the ice cream chat. Before I had this chocolate chip cookie dough one, I tried this one that had peanut butter in it because I like peanut butter. The only thing I didn't like about it, it was a Haagen-Dazs brand, and it had swirls of peanut butter in it, which was cool. But the thing I found is that the peanut butter swirls would freeze. So it's like you're eating the ice cream and the peanut butter swirls would just come out in kind of chunks, like shaped like a swirly chunk. And it tasted good, but it wasn't like it didn't eat that well with the peanut butter. I don't know. Have you guys found, I know you said you had a peanut butter flavor. Do you find the same thing happen?
Yeah, I found that. So now I just take chocolate or vanilla ice cream and take raw peanut butter and just plop it on and mix it together.
Oh.
I do something similar, actually. I do something similar, except for I melt the peanut butter and then I put it on. That's a thing that, yeah, it's very good. But like it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard of or had, there's like this chocolate syrup, but it's like called like the magic chocolate syrup or something like that, where you squeeze it on the ice cream and then it like hardens.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it's
So it's like a dip, the cone dip. How do you
kind of,
harden
yeah,
it away?
exactly.
Ah,
But you pour it on your ice cream and that makes a shell. It's kind of, I think that's kind of what the peanut butter does. When it's melted, then it just like hardens on top.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
like
from Mississauga. Have you been to Dairy Cream?
Dairy Queen,
Please say
yeah.
yes. Cream,
Wait, Dairy-
not Queen. Dairy Cream.
Oh, cream? No, I don't
Yeah.
think I have.
Okay. I'm a Mississauga person too. So it's on Lakeshore, just past Port Credit, in between Port Credit and I don't even know what it's called anymore. But it's there. It's along Lakeshore. Search Dairy Cream. Their ice cream is amazing. They have funnel cakes. They have waffles. They have soft serve. They have regular.
Amazing. Dairy Cream in Mississauga.
Yeah.
Getting a free ad here on the.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. We learned a
I
lot.
love ice cream. This happens.
Ice cream is delicious, and you know what? The weather's
Yeah.
so nice. The weather's so nice that it's a fitting conversation to
Perfect.
to close things off on. And people in the chat, Israel Scott, how are you, Israel Scott? Welcome to the stream. Hello, welcome to the show. Jeffrey Ox, hey, what's going on, Jeffrey Ox? And I'm Anime. Be like, hey, what's going on? How are you? Oh, he wants me to dab. Okay, fine.
No, don't do it.
I did it already.
No.
I did it already.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? You know what's funny? I've never
embarrassing.
dabbed before. And then somebody on my live stream asked me, in fact, it might have been him, a couple weeks ago, and that was like literally the first time I'd ever dabbed in my entire life.
How
Are you-
embarrassing.
Do you guys
We've
dab?
lost
Are you guys
viewers.
are you
We've
guys
lost
dabbers?
Subscribers.
Do you guys dab?
No.
Do people still dab? Is that still a thing that people do, or is that kind of like just
Only
not a
when
thing
I do my
anymore?
makeup.
I feel like sadly, yes, it is
My
still
brother
a
dabs.
thing.
It's annoying.
It's still a thing, because
It should
I.
have never been a thing.
But it's still going. It's still going. Well, because like I noticed it's sort of like you know, when you go to like a sporting event back when we used to be able to go to events, there were like every time the camera would be like, okay, everybody, let's dance, and inevitably like a whole bunch of kids start doing all the Fortnite dances. Is it kind of like that?
Oh gosh.
Did Regine just freeze? Did we just lose Regine? Oh wait, hang on. I think we just lost oh wait, Regine, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, good. Sorry, what were you guys just saying?
Oh, I used to refuse to do any of like the TikTok or like the Fortnite or like the pop culture dances. I was just like, what is this? No, thank you. But then especially like in grade school, everyone would like do the dab, do the whip or like the things like that, and I was like, okay, yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't think that's not for me.
So no flossing then. No flossing.
Scott, floss. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I've never tried actually. You can't do it while sitting down.
No.
Can't do it while sitting. But I've never tried it. It's I think it's still happening because Fortnite's still a big thing. So I assume I'll have to let you guys know next time I go to a sporting event when I can if that's still the go-to.
No.
There will be no dabbing or flossing at the next Kids to Kids fashion show. Is that a guarantee?
I don't know if that's a guarantee.
No,
Maybe
Scott.
you guys, and Michael. I mean, who are you, Scott? Can floss.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I'll be the only one there doing that. Yeah. I'll bring it. I'll bring the flossing with me.
You don't want to see that.
We'll give you 1 hour for just flossing.
Oh, good. We can go for a record.
Everyone will leave.
We can go for a world record. Longest
What
floss.
is the world record?
The world record for flossing? I don't know if there is
Yeah.
one. Is there one?
I'm sure there is. There has to be.
I'm at the point where I hope not.
I'm kind of there too. I'm there too, Rhea. But you know what? There are a lot of world records for a lot of things. So if you got to think if there isn't one yet, I'm sure somebody will attempt one. The longest floss. I'd be curious. I mean, if I
attempt it.
well, like if I heard that somebody was attempting the longest floss like somewhere nearby, I might go watch.
You have to social distance.
I wouldn't go up to them. I would I would keep my distance, but it would be a pretty big event. Right?
Sure. You've lost everyone, Scott.
You might be right. And I think, you know what, on this note, I think probably we should wrap things up. This was a pretty good chat. I liked learning about the ice cream flavors. I like learning about snacks. And we know that Ashley will be running for Prime Minister in, I think, 2040 was the planned date.
Yep.
She made that announcement today. That's pretty cool. So why don't we go around before we wrap things up then, guys, and let us know your social media stuff, anything you want to plug. You can talk about K2K, whatever you want. Let's start with Ashley and Zachary.
Well, we're all connected to Kids, so if you get on there, you'll find us through that.
And you'll see everyone who's part of the group as well.
Yeah, so Kids to Kids, runawayofhope.com, and Kids to Kids Runway of Hope on Instagram. So find us on there.
Go follow us.
Yeah.
Sweet. And I'll add those links down below. And Rhea?
Like they said, Kids to Kids Runway of Hope on Instagram. As well as just supporting the three of us, you should go follow all our members who are a part of our organization. I think there's about 70 kids that are walking this year. So, and there's a couple more who participated last year. So go follow everyone to support us as a group. Come see if our show happens in November. Buy your tickets and help support us and the amazing charity, which is $1 Million Smiles. And also, if there's any if there's any boys who are interested in joining us, reach out on our Instagram, because we are at capacity for female models and we have a wait list, but we're always looking for more boys to join.
Is there an age limit for the models?
We're age 18. So anyone interested in joining, reach out on the Instagram page.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, so check them out, guys. K2K, Kids to Kids, Kids to Kids, runwayofhope.com, and you can find them on Instagram. And I will add, I can't remember if we've added all those sites in the description, but I will add them down below as well. So if you're watching this not live, follow those links. And I think we've reached the end of the show. What do you think, Regine?
I don't know. Are you guys tired of us yet? Or do you have a little bit more energy in you? I think they're tired.
Ash and I are ready to go find the freezer.
They want to enjoy the
ice cream time.
Yeah.
Ice cream. Okay. Well, guys, this was so great. Thank you, guys. Ashley, Zachary, and Rhaya, thank you so much for coming out and joining us here. I think you guys are doing great work with K2K, and I wish you all the best. And I hope the event goes off without a hitch and everything's back to normal by then. And you raise lots and lots of funds for those great causes. And thank you so much for everything you guys are doing.
Thank you for having us.
And Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me here on YouTube officially. Scott has put the link in the description below, so please subscribe. I do have a few fun videos coming up, so you don't want to miss that. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at It's Regine Alaina, as well as my Galaxy journey. It is on Ms. Galaxy Canada on Facebook and Instagram. And as I mentioned earlier, I did do an interview with Nisi Lexi, so make sure you guys tune in. Tune in on July 16th. It will be live on her YouTube. I cannot speak anymore. I need some ice cream. And like I mentioned, I did talk a little bit about the sit down, so if you have been following us, you want to watch it. Where can people find you, Scott?
You can find me right here, where you're watching this show. Oh, Jeffrey Ox. Oh, I'm late. Yeah, we are wrapping up a little bit, Jeffrey, but you got to see a large chunk of the show anyway. You got to see a fair amount of it. You can find me right here, where you're watching this episode at youtube.com/ScottDionBrown or twitch.tv/ScottDionBrown or dlive.tv/ScottDionBrown, and those are right there. Or you could follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm trying to make my arms... There we go. Instagram and Twitter at Scott Dion Brown. Or, sorry?
Your TikTok.
You can find me on TikTok at Scott Dion Brown Official. I haven't started posting there regularly yet. I've only posted like 2 things, but I am there.
You actually posted?
I posted 2 things on there, yeah. 2 little clips.
What did you do?
I posted one clip of like when we discovered my my TikTok name was taken. So I'm Scott Dion Brown on all social media except for TikTok. I'm at Scott Dion Brown Official on there because somebody took Scott Dion Brown, but they're not posting anything on it. They just parked the name. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna take this, and so it's just sitting there empty. I'm the only Scott Dion Brown in the world, and I can't even use it. Can you believe that?
That's unfortunate.
Anyway, so find me Scott Dion Brown Official on TikTok, and that's it. Yeah, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Smash like button on this video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. Follow all these people who are here and here. Kids to Kids. Follow Regine. See, I'm able to point because we're on the split screen, so I can see you guys who are in the thing. So I can be like, follow them and follow her and follow. It's hard to do because it's backwards on my screen. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you could have gone anywhere. Oh no, you can't go anywhere. But you could have gone to any website in the world. Okay, you could be doing anything in the world on your devices, but you chose to be right here, watching us, and for that we are eternally grateful. And Ashley, Zachary, Rhaya, thanks again. Any final words? Anything you want to say to the people before we say goodbye?
Thanks for watching.
Check out all our kid stuff. We really appreciate any support that you can give us.
Cool.
And that's just
Perfect.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Smash that subscribe button,
And
everybody.
don't forget,
Yep.
and don't forget to look at $1 Million Smiles as well as like a charity as a whole. Follow them as well, and if you can donate.
Awesome. $1,000,000smiles.ca is the website for $1 Million Smiles. Regine, any final words?
If you are celebrating 4th of July, because I know we have some viewers from the South, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, keep your distance. I know the numbers in the States are climbing, while here in Canada, we're decreasing. So do what you guys got to do for everyone, not just you guys down there, but for us as well. And if you're in Toronto or Ontario or Canada and you're celebrating post-Canada Day, again, stay safe. Don't be one of those crazy people at the beach that are non-social distancing, but still have fun.
Very good.
PSA,
Very good
go
advice.
ahead.
Jeffrey Ox in the chat says,
Yeah.
"Stay safe." You're very right there, Jeffrey Ox, echoing Regine's sentiment. That's right, guys. You know, we're getting through this time. We're gonna figure it out. And Khalid 167-162-727. Scott, it's me. Do you remember? I do remember you, Khalid. Hi, how are you? You've just arrived just in time to catch the end of the stream. We are saying goodbye, but that's right. Stay safe, everybody. Social distance, and we'll see you all again next week. And tomorrow night I'll be playing Brawlhalla on my stream, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you guys then. And bye, everybody.